I'm Paul Cohen, General Counsel for Hapco. One of the questions we get a lot of times here at Hapco is, what do you do when a tenant files with fair housing, and especially if it's a claim that you don't think is legitimate, but now they're in fair housing, and unfortunately once they file for a fair housing case, you can't file the eviction. If you file the eviction before they file for fair housing, you can proceed with the eviction, but if they file the fair housing case first, unfortunately you now have to go to fair housing and have that issue resolved. Even if you think it's a phony case, it's fraudulent, they shouldn't be allowed to file it, unfortunately you just can't get it dismissed. So you're still going to have to go to fair housing and fight it. I recommend that you follow all the rules and regulations of fair housing. So you're going to see that they ask for a lot of documentation and a lot of things for you to do. You're going to be annoyed over it, I can tell you that right up front, but the more you comply with what they're asking you to do, the better off you're going to be when you go to the hearing. Follow through with the process, try and get a hearing as quickly as possible, and be as courteous as you can. Go through everything with them and try and get it out of fair housing so that you can then file your landlord-tenant complaint. A lot of times we get situations where the tenant doesn't allow the landlord into the property, and the landlord's saying, hey, if there's a problem there, I'd fix it, but I can't get into the property. In those situations, make sure you document everything, meaning that show that you've tried to get into the property. I've sent a letter to this tenant, I've called the tenant, these are the dates that I did that. If you can have something in writing that they didn't respond to, that's very helpful. But you need to show that you've made every effort possible to make the repairs, because if you haven't, you're going to lose in fair housing.